how do we even introduce this new episode?
I got an idea.
You have an idea?
We get a pony.
And we give it an eggplant.
We give a pony an eggplant. It's a pony eggplant. So we go to the Asian market and we sell eggplants from this pony. No one's just going to buy a normal eggplant, but they're going to buy eggplant what's attached to the pony.
That's the selling point. That's our big gig.
Yeah, because, I hate this bit.
Okay. And welcome back to the Snack Run podcast. This is insane. Usually we have our thing where we say, "Oh, I'm Ryan Hurney and I'm Lewis Hart," but I am so flabbergasted. I think it's the word.
Yeah.
We did a really good job.
This is a great. I literally don't know. We have so many different camera angles, and it's like, do we look at that one? that one? Oh wait, that one's mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of weird because usually this one's mine.
Okay, so
right?
that one's mine. And that one, Ryan, look at the camera.
Hey.
That one's yours.
So, as you notice, this is a production / podcast set 2.0. I am personally super duper duper incredibly excited. Brady, tell me a little bit about what's going on. Also, what's going on, Brady?
Yeah, so I'll show you. I'll dive into what the thought process was.
Yeah.
So for you geeky people who kind of like to know the behind the scenes, the original way me and Ryan had our first podcast set up, it was very flat against the wall. It was a great idea, I think, compared to a lot of
our first set.
For our first set, and even just for two bros starting a podcast, it was a great set, 100%. And we took a lot of inspiration from that last set, but we wanted a little bit more freedom and creative with it. We were kind of noticed there was flat camera angles. We were very limited on what we can do. The wall was very limited. So we were like, let's work with the corner. Let's do a couple different color lights, because it used to be the LED lights around the clouds used to just be one. So we separated it. So when Ryan's feeling a different mood, we could change that. When I'm feeling a different mood, or we could mix and match, and it's just super cool.
Like for Captain Marvel, we can do like a deep blue and a deep red.
Exactly.
If we review
Exactly.
that movie. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy coming up soon. We can do
May 5th. May the 5th be with you.
It's coming up May the 5th? Mm-hmm. That's kind of disrespectful to Star Wars.
It's May the 4th.
Oh, okay, May the 5th.
But yeah,
dude. When we first initially did it, I helped out for an hour and a half, and then honestly, Brady took the reins. Full credit to him. Absolutely bodied this piece. Definitely a lot of pieces from the last.
Oh, I brought the herd on them.
Bro.
You want me to put the herd on you?
Oh, I think you want to put the herd on him.
Oh, you want me to put the herd on you?
I do.
But yeah, I personally like it. It provides a lot of freedom, creative freedom, as people might say. And I'm really excited for?
AI virtual reality sex.
Close. I was going to say our logo sign, what we're going to get sooner or later.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But
I want to hang it from the ceiling, or do you want to kind of plaster right here on another
So I think
desk?
if it's plastered, you guys let us know where's the best spot to put it. But I feel like if it's plastered right here, our mics are going to cover it.
We can probably move these over a little bit to make more room for the neon sign right here.
That's one. Okay. Or just put it right there, right below the clouds, but right above these signs.
Okay, yeah.
We can figure it out. We still need to get the sign.
Yeah, plus there's a lot of potential in the background too.
But if you guys know anybody who makes custom LED light neon signs, let us know. It's a bitch trying to find one.
Brady can hook you up with something nice.
A kiss.
Yeah.
A kiss on the cheek.
And then I can probably get you some close to free healthcare.
Really?
Yeah.
What are we in Canada?
I'll give him my friend Jeremy's number.
Did you know, I actually looked into this. So people always complain about taxes. No one likes taxes, right? But as U.S., as a full country, we kind of pay, not the lowest, but we're in the middle tier of the percentage we pay in taxes.
Really?
I think we pay about 28 or 30% in taxes. What's fuck ton. It's a lot still. But if you kind of look at what do we get from paying? Not
dude, honestly, my paychecks are horrible. They take out so much in taxes.
But I also looking Japan, they pay 50% in taxes. That's 20% more than
why no one can freaking live there.
Yeah.
Do you know that the average space in Japan is 300 square foot?
And that's what I'm thinking, why the taxes are so high there, because there's not a lot of room per capita. So they're just fucking squishing. So they're we need to somehow support their system.
They're building up more.
Yeah.
It's pretty spread out too, because there's countryside Japan, there's city sides, but then a lot of the city, there's just kind of Up.
Yeah, but I also think about like because it came from an interview. I forget. Fuck, I'm so forgetful about like what country they were interviewing. But they were interviewing Americans. They're like, "What do you feel about taxes?" Americans like, "I'll tell you what, fuck taxes." And they're taking my money and not doing shit. Like because there's been a hole in the road outside for like years, and they still haven't done anything about it.
Honestly,
But they interviewed someone else in a different country, maybe Switzerland, who pay double what we pay in taxes, but they're like, oh yeah, we love it. They're putting so much into our school and our education, and like we get free healthcare. Like I guess
we just put it into our guns to shoot our kids.
Oh, true. Maybe my focus is just different. Maybe like I need to be more on the gun-driven focus.
Someone one time said that, oh, our police prevent crime, and I was like, no, they more like respond to crime, and then they do really. I mean, I support our cops, but I don't think they do a lot.
You know what catches my interest? I'll never get like fully invested into it, but what catches my interest is cop shows. You ever watch like cop shows? Not like live, not like reality TV, not like Bad Cops or whatever it's called, like just Cops.
Bad Cops?
I think it's just called Cops.
Oh, that's a TV show or movie? It's Bad Cops.
Bad Cops is a movie, but I think there's a real life TV show which is called Cops, where you just watch cops body camera. I like more of like story type cops. There's this one called there's one called Rookie, and there's one called Blue Blood, and I see clips from it. I was like, oh, you know what? That's kind of interesting, because I think on the daily I think about like what would happen if like a cop got in a car accident, like if a cop car rear-ended another car, and in the show it shows, oh, this was what happened.
Whenever you watch like a superhero movie or like some sort of like crazy fantasy show, sometimes the cop cars do get into like an accident, and then the camera just keeps following the main hero. So like you never see what happens to the cop afterwards. Like, does he go home to his wife? Does he get like fired? Like,
I guess the cop gets like if a cop does something like on accident or out of line, they bring another cop on the scene.
I like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Doug. Is it Doug?
Yeah,
no, it's Dog.
It's Doug.
Is it Doug or Dog?
No, it's Doug.
It's not Doug. I was he's crazy, man.
Dude, his wife's titties are massive.
It's just like there's something about like the early 2000s where like they could fucking put anything on the TV, and they're like, oh, I don't care, because there was that bounty hunter show. What was that Repo show? Have you seen that one?
Yeah,
where they
my
would like.
Dad used to be really into that one.
Yeah, I remember there was one scene of like.
What was the name of that show? Repo
Life, Reproduction, Repo Therapy?
Liposuction. Repo lipo. Oh, when they repossess your liposuction?
But I remember an episode from that show because my dad did the same thing. We would watch that, Storage Wars, a pawn shop. Dad shows. But there was one episode where they were trying to repo like this bigger girl who was on the TV show. She was going to repo when this one car, and the car owner got really impatient and like frustrated. So he pushed her down like the 3-story garage, and like it has to be fake because like. So she pushed her down, she falls, and the cameraman's like panning, like, what just happened? The cameraman's following the car because it's like getting away from the parking garage. Then the girl who fell down the 3 stories parking garage comes out from the corner and like stops the car with her hand. I was like, this is fucking not real. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, there's a lot of ridiculous episodes.
I love those type of shit.
Dad shows, and like, is there a podcast called Dadcast? That would kill it.
When we have dads, we should.
We have dads.
Oh, sorry.
One of us could do that.
Fuck.
That happened to me last night. One of my coworkers just like lost a loved one, and like we were talking about life and stuff like that. And I was like, "Well, you're lucky. You have a lot of family." And I was like, "Wait," and she's like, "Go on." And I was like,
oh no.
I was like, I don't want to.
Oh no, that's the worst.
But it wasn't like on purpose. It wasn't like
I do that shit all the time. Actually, last snack bite, I was going off about how like a pet's not a friend, and then you were like, "Well, actually," I was like, "Fuck, man,
yeah.
Why did I get myself in this situation?"
Oh, no, but I wasn't trying to make you feel bad.
But like it's like one of those things. Is like even if you're not trying to make me feel bad, you're just still sitting there like.
Oh, when your coworker was like. You guys were interviewing someone who was like maybe a little bit on the pregnant side.
Oh yeah. Should I tell that story?
Yeah, leave the names out.
Yeah.
Or change the names.
Yeah, so a while ago, super long time ago. People aren't even like around anymore. But
they're not dead.
No, they're dead. But at my work, we get the opportunity to like interview a bunch of people for a job. And this one guy was training him how to interview. So this one girl was pregnant, and we asked her like, "What's something challenging? What's coming up in the future?" And she's like, "Obviously, I'm pregnant. I'm a little bit nervous, but I think I'm gonna do great." And my coworker who was like teaching like how to do it, he's like, "Oh, don't worry, you're gonna kill it." He meant to say you're going to do a killer job at like raising the kid, but it came off of, hey, you're going to kill the baby. Yeah, you're nervous. Yeah, you're going to kill it. Yeah. So I was like, oh no, I hate when that happens.
That's so funny. Bro, I got to tell you about this new movie I watched 2 days ago.
New movie? Okay,
yes.
Let me hear it.
So, have you by chance heard of Sisu?
Sisu?
Sisu. S-I-S-U.
Is it animation?
It's a war movie,
okay,
and it's like came out of nowhere, kind of like no one was hyped for this movie. Mm-hmm. There was nothing crazy about this movie, but it's killing in the box office right now. Sisu is a Polish word that translates roughly to like back to a corner, and like you have to be as strong as you can, or like your only option is to be strong.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's in theaters.
It's in theaters right now.
How the fuck do you find these movies? You watch every single like bizarre movie out, not bizarre, but like just movies what not your everyday man kind of hears of.
For sure, yeah, no, that's accurate. I'll watch any movie even if it sucks sometimes.
Damn. Okay, can you explain it to me really fast?
Sure, yeah, real quick. So Sisu right now is sitting at like a 90% Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna give you like a 2-sentence synopsis.
Okay.
Legendary soldier. He's an old man. So I'm trying to keep it 2 sentences.
Yeah.
He's an old man now, but he's a legendary soldier. He has like 400. Oh, this is the 1800s, mind you, or early 1900s, because it's World War II.
Okay.
World War II, and this ex-soldier, he's retired, but he has like 400 confirmed kills under his belt, and he's supposed to be like one of the most like legendary soldiers ever come out of Polish. And so this guy's minding his own fucking business because he's retired, and these Nazis decide to fuck with him. They're like, hey, like let's just mess with this old man. Mm-hmm. And dude, this old man, he gets mad that they're like punking around his dog, and they're like taking his stuff.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, so this old dude's like, come on, like stand up for yourself. He's like, I'm like, I don't know what he's gonna do. He's getting kind of mad though.
Yeah.
He takes out a knife from like his this is like a belt, and like half a blink of an eye, he like stabs one of the Nazis in the back of the head and like, just rips it down.
Interesting.
It's insane. And then like he proceeds to kill all the Nazis, and then like it's a whole movie about him trying to get home.
Oh, so he's just trying to get home, but he's in like that territory.
He's in the Nazi territory, and he's trying to get out, and they're all just hunting him. And then even Hitler.
Very interesting. No, I like that. Hitler's in it.
Hitler's like, no, he makes a brief appearance. They brought him back to life. But Hitler's like,
you're saying Hitler cameoed in this movie?
Bro, yeah. He won't even respond to my emails.
Yeah. You're never gonna guess who was in this movie.
Hitler's like, yeah, do not approach this guy, no matter what. He will fuck you up. He's like, he only killed 10 of your men. You got lucky. Leave him alone.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
It was a really good movie.
It sounds interesting.
It was a man's movie.
I'm assuming it was rated R, probably showed
100%.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How the fuck do you find these movies?
Like
there's that movie, then I remember a while ago you were telling me about the movie where like if you go to prison or you're on a death sentence, you could pay for like a clone, and then they kill the clone.
Oh yeah,
remember that movie? And then all the clones start fucking.
Dead Lake, Dead Bodies, Clone Lake.
I don't know what it was called, but you always find these fucking weird ass movies.
Do you know what's even crazier? I was gonna see Beau is Afraid, which is a different movie than Sisu. But Beau is Afraid is supposed to be like the most out of pocket movie to come out in a long time. It's actually on the dot 3 hours long.
No way.
On the dot.
It's so long.
But it's supposed to be the most divisive movie ever.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to be like, oh, that was really, really good. Or like, that was really fucking weird. Beau is Afraid. I haven't seen it yet. But it's about a guy who deals with extreme anxiety after his mom passes away.
I think I saw a trailer for that.
Probably.
I might have saw a trailer
Joaquin Phoenix.
He's in it?
Ari Aster directs it, yeah.
Okay, then maybe that's what like caught my eye.
Yeah,
because like it was someone was talking about it, or I saw a trailer about it.
Yeah,
that one looks pretty good. Did you ever watch the Evil Rising?
Oh, that's still in theaters.
Yeah,
I hear it's good.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't watch the first 5.
Okay. Oh, there's more. I didn't know that. No,
It's a whole series.
Oh,
yeah.
for real? Okay, I didn't know because I don't watch scary movies because I'm a little bitch boy. I think everybody knows that. I'm a little bitch boy.
Our first episode ever in 2020 was called The Biggest Bitch Competition.
Oh my gosh, it was.
Yeah.
When's the last time you listened to that? Like I watched.
A month and a half ago.
I re-listened. So if you guys go back very first couple videos we came out with this channel, we used to have our old podcast. It was just audio only, and you know what, low key, some of those podcasts were really good.
Some of them were really funny. Some of them I was like listening. Audio's kind of bad though.
Oh, it was terrible. Because back in the day, we were in the kitchen, loud ass kitchen. We were sharing one mic, so we were like right next to it. We didn't even have our own mics. We were sharing like one mic. And it's like, oh, this mic you could hear all around it, so we could share one mic.
We probably had it in the wrong setting too.
And I remember during those podcasts, we used to just fucking eat. Like I used to like eat during the podcast. You know, you just hear. Like who the fuck wants to watch that?
I remember the turning point as where we kind of started like dying off from from like production. The turning point was when we tried to do like 2 or 3 podcasts in one night, and I fell asleep like while recording.
Oh, that would fucking sucked. I think it wasn't just only the podcast. We also were playing some Let's Plays too, and that was terrible. There was one episode, I think it was in a Mario or Luigi Mansion, where you're fucking just drunk, and it's actually a really good episode. It's a really good episode because I'm getting frustrated at the game. You're fucking annihilated. And you're like, should I get up and get a beer? I'm like, no, don't do that. And you hear you like get up, open the fridge. You're like, no beer. There's a shot though, and you take a shot.
Really?
Yeah, and then you're just yelling at, I gotta find it. I think it's like Luigi Mansion episode 4.
Really?
Luigi Manchester.
Bro, man, those were some good times. Not like okay, so like 2020 held for me like some of the worst times and some of the best times.
It's a big mixed bag because like I remember during 2020, you know, I
never stopped working though, and so like,
I never stopped. Yeah,
which is nice.
Because I was out, I was working, and I also lived in an area where there was a lot of things to do outside. Like I lived in so where we live in like kind of the Central Valley. I lived on the outskirts of the north outskirts of the valley. So I was able to go up north. I was able to go hiking a lot, bike riding a lot. So like I really got to experience all the joy of it. But there was obviously times where I was like, man, this fucking sucks. I'm fucking lonely.
Right. No, I feel you. I got the whole COVID experience. I gained weight. I lost 2 jobs.
We all gained weight.
Well, the best part about COVID was that I hit my peak for my business. I made $55,000 that year.
You did really good that year.
I hope the IRS doesn't watch this episode.
You know what's crazy? Because you were doing really good, and like sometimes you're kind of just forced in those situations. I feel like people
100%.
People perform the best when it's a situation they don't want to be
Dude,
in.
I was CSU'd. I was it probably translates to like I used to always say you don't know how strong you are until being strong is your only option, until you're back to a corner and all you can do is come out swinging. And that's what I had to do. Like I just got my own place. I had working 2 jobs, and I was like, and I lost them both in like a week. And I was like fuck.
That's so
And I was like, you know what, I just gotta sell I was like 490 stickers to make it by.
Holy shit. That's crazy. I mean,
and it did.
I mean, that's just what's so cool about humans. Humans are so like eligible to like adapt to situations like that. Because there's that saying
like Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, like Naked and Afraid.
Dad shows.
Dad shows, exactly. Or like there's also that saying is like, you know, you could only hit your low so low because from there you could only go up. And like what's super awesome. But yeah, that's a really cool experience. And yeah, kind of like going back onto like pop culture and stuff like that, because that's what this podcast is about. Watching it for the first time, you wouldn't even think that's what this is about. But
yeah, this is your first episode. We usually are
on
more topical, which is okay. I mean, I think talking about life sometimes is kind of fun too.
It's super
Plus,
fun.
like a lot's been going on too. Like like last week when we recorded, we had good energy, but we ran into a lot of production
technical
issues,
stuff.
and then like later throughout the week, I don't know, I just kind of like just being honest, I was really depressed the whole week, and so like it was hard for me to like do anything. But I'm feeling good right now. We have a lot of big clips We have a lot of great clips we haven't worked into.
Yeah. You're guys gonna see a lot of content from us. But kind of
Yeah.
going back, I was trying to transition from 2020.
My apologies, brother.
No. It's okay. It happens sometimes.
Don't even think about it creatively. Just say it. What's on your mind?
So I watched the new John Mulaney special.
Yes. Yes.
I think it was called Baby J.
Baby J.
What's crazy, because so the new John Mulaney episode. I'm looking over here for my camera. My camera's not over here.
I know we used to be like this.
Yeah, it's muscle memory. So it's called Baby J, and it was really great. I love seeing John Mulaney back in the fray ever, because his last stand-up was 2017, 2018. It was a while.
It was Radio City.
Yeah, it was super long, but like, where I was going with this, it was just super good. I don't know why it's called Baby J, because there's one bit where he mentions Baby J, and that's the whole bit. Like, that's it.
I was watching a Two Bears episode, and they said that Netflix a lot of times will just name it for you.
Oh, fuck.
Like Bert Kreischer didn't say, call it Razzle Dazzle. Like they named it for him.
They probably like watched it, or the editors or something.
Yeah,
and they're like,
but then it's funny.
I mean, Razzle Dazzle's not a bad name.
No, not at all. It fits him
Baby
too.
J is not bad either.
No, not at all.
Just had nothing to do with the whole set. Because
what are they gonna call it? Fucking cocaine?
So that's what I was trying to get. Like, I love John Mulaney. I think he's great. He was great in Puss in Boots. He's great in other things. He did have
Pig.
Yeah, he did have like a lot of like, you know, rough patches, and that's what this entire like stand-up was about, was his addiction, his rehab, his problems. And like, I thought it was like, okay, first 15 minutes gonna be that. It was the whole thing. It was the entire, from start to finish. It was about his addiction, his rehab. Well, I didn't mind, but usually in a lot of like stand-up sets, there's a lot of like segments there. It's very the variety's really out there. This was just focused on,
and you know what? I think that's okay, because Taylor Tomlinson, one of my other favorite comedians,
she's
and
great.
one of her new stand-ups, she's like, well, I didn't really want to dig into the 2020 and my mental health stuff, but I was like, but I needed some new material, so I was like, fuck it, fire yourself, everything must go. And so like, maybe he just built from like his experience, you know what I mean?
And to be fair, it was a huge part of his life. I love
he lost his wife.
He lost. Well, they got divorced. She didn't die, but
we always got to clarify. That's our thing.
Lost his wife. Got like separated from his kids. Kind of. It was all during COVID too. I mean, COVID was kind of, I feel like it was dying out, but yeah, he kind of just explained all his stories and like addictions.
I think it was a tail end of 2020, so it was still pretty COVID-y.
It was very COVID. I don't know, man. It's a big blur, because COVID, like, it hit hard in what?
2020, and then like, no, it was like early 2020, and then like halfway through 2021.
It was June, or was it May? Or it was earlier, March.
That peaked, or that started?
The peak, not the peak. This started
like February.
Once it was February, like 28th or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think COVID went strong all the way until 2021, mid 2021.
I don't think you noticed as much because you had job security, but like for a person who like had to find an at-home job, a person who had to like I don't know, fucking do like Obamacare and like stimulus checks. Like I had to. Like, I knew about it.
I kind of think of when it was. It didn't last like a big part of 2020, because I remember I was traveling for work, and in November the elections were going on. So we had peak COVID, elections, all this craziness.
The memes are crazy. The
memes were fun. I would say the memes in 2020 were peak. They were peak memes.
So fun. Oh, PS5 came out that year too, and there's a lot of funny PS5 memes that came out too.
Yeah, it's just great. Like humor for just like people in general. I think people connect with humor, and like
we had nothing else to do. There was people and kids who didn't go to school for 6 months to a year.
What's crazy, because I felt like honestly, I felt like Twitter peaked in 2020. Then after that, it kind of died out.
But back to John Mulaney for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Overall, I watched it. Did you watch the whole thing?
Oh, whole thing.
What'd you think?
Start to finish, never stopped it. I loved it. I love John Mulaney. At first, I was like, it was the first 5 minutes. I was like, yeah, it's all right. Like, this is kind of like not.
Well, he didn't
like, but after he warmed up, I was like, oh my gosh, this shit's fucking funny. I can't believe this wasn't funny or whatever. Because like every time I was laughing, I was like, oh my gosh, is this better than the other ones? And like, I don't know if it's better than the other ones, but it was very funny.
Yeah.
Like Alexis, my wife, she was out in her living room doing homework, and she heard me laughing all the way from the bedroom because I was watching there, and I was hysterical.
She should have watched it with you.
She was doing homework.
So dumb.
Don't do homework, kids.
Don't do homework.
You don't
do
need
cocaine like John Mulaney.
That's so
Don't do
funny.
cocaine.
That first part where he sees like the 14-year-old or whatever, and he was like, "Do you no, like respectfully? Do you know who I am?"
Yeah, those parents are bad. Or is this more of like a?
To be fair, was it like advertised as the rehab special? Because like if you take your kids to a normal John Mulaney, he's not the most outlandish comedian out there. There's obviously
He's not that crazy, but this episode or this one was more real for sure.
Yeah, so maybe like I think this one was a lot more adult than the other
When
ones.
he's talking to the kid, he's like, what was his name? Henry?
Yeah, Henry.
He's like, Henry, was this more of like the babysitter like canceled last minute? Maybe you found yourself in a van. Also, like one of my favorite bits was like, it was what's it called when you walk into a room and they all kind of like, it was like
an ambush.
It was an intervention for me, which is the worst kind of interventions.
And then he was like, to be fair, 8 of them were over Zoom. If you cared about me so much, at least fly out here.
which is a real thing I said 3 times.
Yeah, he also made a joke about the intervention. He was like, the worst part is now I have to thank 12 people for saving my life. They could have narrowed it down to 4, and I know the 8 people we could have cut out.
Yeah. It was a really, really good one. I like the bit where he was like, he talked for a long time about him locking away his own money from himself so he can't buy cocaine anymore.
From his accountants.
And then he like bought a Rolex watch to sell to get cocaine money.
That was a good bit.
And then he was like, if you thought that was a crazy story, think about this. That's the only one I'm willing to tell you guys about. I'm like, holy shit. Do you think he's ever sucked a dick for money or for cocaine?
Man, drugs are crazy, man.
Yeah.
Because like he bought a $12,000 Rolex and he only sold it for about $5,000 or $6,000. So he lost $6,000 just to buy more drugs. So like drugs are
to
crazy.
a normal person, that's a lot, but to him, it's like, I lost $20.
To be fair, he had nothing else to buy it with. Like he said, he just had a random credit card, and he was like, I'm gonna like drugs are fucking crazy. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I have an addicted personality. I have a hyper focused personality, but I don't think I have addictive personality. But I feel like when people get addicted to stuff, like they get crazy and they're willing to do like a lot.
I'm addicted to seeing my friends succeed. I really get off from my friends having a good time.
I don't know why I didn't say anything. I didn't know what to respond with.
It's the truth.
Well,
Maybe you can tell me more about your successes. No, I'm just kidding.
Getting off to me, like yeah, we're in a Zoom call, and then I don't know why I said Zoom call. We're hanging out, and then we're all going around like, yeah, I just bought a house, I just got a new car. You're just in the corner like, yeah.
Oh, keep talking. Like
Tell me about that health insurance.
Like the Tom Segura bit where he's like,
oh yeah,
I was like, I love it when I make plans with someone and then they cancel, and I'm like, oh yeah, I feel so good.
You're canceling? Don't worry about it. Oh, you got in a car crash?
Is everyone okay?
Oh yeah, they're okay.
Everyone's fine. Okay, good.
Here, let me kind of. I love John Mulaney. You love John Mulaney. I do want to transition to video games. Actually, is it okay if I transition to video games?
Yeah, absolutely, brother.
Can I tell you about this really cool video game? Well, I think we should play.
Okay.
There's this cool new video game. I think it's still in beta, so they're still working out the kinks.
You're a beta.
Thank you. No, I'm alpha. I'm alpha and I'm omega. Anyway, so it's in beta. I think it's a like small project. It's a Kickstarter project. It's called Boss Battle or Boss Battle. It's called Boss Battle. Here's the premise.
You're thinking of Boss Baby.
Oh, I wish I was thinking of Boss Baby. That one, a Boss Baby game would do incredibly well.
Alec Baldwin, all the charges were dropped from him shooting that guy.
He was part of Boss Baby?
Yeah, he played Boss Baby. He did
play Boss Baby.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
The Boss Baby shot a guy in the head and he died.
An accident. I mean, yes, he still shot a guy in the head.
You heard it here first, folks. Brady is an avid Alec Baldwin supporter.
Shut up, dog. It was a gun prop. What happened to be loaded?
Oh yeah, it was him dying a prop too.
Oh no, we did. Okay, can I get back to
Boss Battle, Boss Baby,
There's this,
Boss Battle.
Shut up, bitch. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you bitch. I'm sorry. Hold hands.
Boss bitch.
Psych. Anyway, so there is this new video game called Boss Battle. I think it's still in like the early stages. the premise is so cool. So it's a multiplayer game, and there is two fractions. There's the giant boss, is like this giant kaiju monster, and or you could play as these three soldiers. The three soldiers you play with your keyboard and mouse or controllers, and the giant monster, if you're the giant monster, you play with VR. So if you're the giant monster, you're a VR monster, and you're just like going ham on like these little tiny people. But if you're playing with mouse and keyboard, then you're the soldiers, and you're just trying to kill this boss. I'm like, that's such a good premise for like cross-platform.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? Because like it's different mechanics.
And it's beta, you said still?
I think it's beta. No, I would love to like buy a VR. I don't know which ones are good. I know nothing about VR, but because I get kind of nauseous through it. But I've never piqued my interest. But this, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're playing with like people who are actually playing with like controllers. So their controller scheme is a little bit more like fundamental and stuff like that. When you're playing with the VR, you're just fucking randomly like hitting shit.
Do you ever see? Okay, do you ever see yourself like going in a VR headset and like going through a virtual like Fry's marketplace and picking items out, and then at the end you check out and they actually have someone deliver it to your house?
Interesting.
That would be so cool. They probably already have something like that though.
I mean, they have a real VR store. What you could like people. It's a Kmart, right?
I want it to be a Fry's, and I want it to be done, and I want to wait 10 minutes and for myself to actually get there.
For our East Coast people, he's talking about Kroger. Yeah, where we're from, Fry's is Kroger. I know our reach hits the East Coast. So.
And all our California friends, Vons.
Is it Vons?
Or Albertsons, I don't know.
No. It's Kroger's the big one, then Fry's. It's a different one. I don't know.
I grew up in California. It was Albertsons, Vons, and Stater Brothers.
Vons must be the Kroger then. I don't know why we're talking about grocery stores, but I don't know if I would like that because the convenience of like just scrolling through my phone, not putting on a headset, virtually.
But it's more fun. Maybe you can walk.
I guess yeah. If it is more fun, is shopping fun? Like grocery store shopping? Is it fun or is it stressful?
What if you're in the virtual realities shopping center and like someone like walks in with a gun and he's like, "This is
a robbery for virtual reality," and you try to stop the robbery, but you just trip and fall in real life, and your character's just there.
Or like when you put on the virtual reality helmet, you're like controlling someone in the actual store, and maybe you like have them be the hero. You go there and like sucker punch the guy.
Ooh. Wouldn't that be a fun game?
You're
talking about. Thank you.
My heart's a fun game.
We were. Shit. A lot of people play that game. Wouldn't that be a fun game if it's kind of like a heist game, like a teamwork heist game, but instead of like robbing a bank or heisting, you are stopping a robbery and you got to work with like all these people, like kind of like what's that one called, Battlefront or something? I don't know, but it's like kind of a heist game, but you're stopping a robber, and there's like these different tactics you have to use or trap them in rooms or kind of break into rooms to stop this robber. But you're just a civilian, so you're working. You're civilian, so like you don't have guns.
Call it Hometown Hero. Call it Civilians.
Such a bad show. I hated that. Hometown Hero was bad.
You changed up a lot. You said some other things earlier. You said, it was so good.
Hometown Hero? No.
Oh.
So it's all right. I think Heavenly Delusion, what we'll talk about on our second part of this podcast. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I had more to talk about for the first half. The new Star Wars just dropped. Speaking of video games.
Isn't that cool? The first one was great.
What's it called? Star Wars Fallen Order? Survivor.
Yeah, Star Wars Survivor. I think it's really great. I think... I was just about to say Hayden Christensen. It's not. It's that ginger guy who plays the mocap soup.
Ginger Snap? I don't know his name. Oh, wow. But yeah, so it launched recently, and this is... So if you're a video game person, this game apparently drops with like... It's following in that, like, the new trend where, like, it drops unfinished, basically.
Oh, fuck. Did it really?
Yeah, so apparently...
there's, like, a bunch of bugs
A lot of bugs, apparently. And, like, no one's hitting 60 frames per second. And also, it's
sucks.
One of the new $70 games.
That literally sucks.
But I mean, people who have a decent frame rate and fewer glitches, they're liking it.
You like pay all this money and like there's some like hardcore fans who want to complete it in like the first one or two nights, and they can't do that because there's all these like crazy bugs.
Right, and I heard install is like 6 hours.
For real?
128 gigabytes.
No way. I would rather wait for the game. Rather than like play the game and then wait for fixes and bugs, because like bad bugs can ruin the whole like experience.
Bad bugs can ruin a lot of things, like movie theater experiences, sleeping experiences,
bad bugs.
Weddings.
Ooh,
Sorry.
At your wedding, there you get attacked by bugs. Like there's a hornet wasp.
If you could have added one fantasy anime or TV show element to your wedding, what would you have done differently?
Trolls as the bartenders. Wouldn't that be cool?
What?
Trolls as bartenders?
Like the kids movie?
No. Oh, maybe those trolls.
What are you talking about? Trolls?
Like trolls. The fantasy, trolls, fantasy trolls.
Okay, I'll tell you mine, and then you think of one. Okay.
Was that bad?
Yeah, it's horrible.
I didn't know that was bad.
so okay, this is what I would have done, and I always think about this all the time. Like it's like my wet dream. So, hear me out.
Okay.
What's the time at?
Oh, we're good, man.
Cool.
I mean, probably wrap up this portion.
I always thought it'd be a really good idea is if I'm at the altar and she's at the altar, and we're getting married, and then the pastor priest person's like, is there anyone here who does not think these two should be married? And I want a Sith Lord to stand up in the crowd, and then he's like, me, and then the lightsaber turns on, and I'll like, hold on, and I'm like, I pull out lightsaber too. I'm like, hold on, babe, I got this. And then we Family Guy lightsaber fight for like 10 minutes.
Those Family Guy bits still go very long.
And then I'm about to lose and die, and then she comes out and defeats him. So with her lightsaber.
Who's the Sith Lord? Is it like an ex-boyfriend or a father? Maybe it's her father.
Probably just an actor. Maybe you.
Oh, like you actually don't want there to be real tension?
Should there be more story?
Yeah, more story, like real story, not
she,
fake story. Like
she's like, who invited my ex Sith Lord boyfriend?
Yeah, that kind of reminds me. There was a thing I saw online. It was a yeehaw wedding. It was like the groom was in like cut jean shorts and the bride was wearing like a small, skimpy like white dress. It wasn't even a dress. It but
American culture.
Yeah, it was a yeehaw. Like it was in like a hay farm, and this cowboy was like, I'll stop the wedding. He started walking up, and one of the groomsmen just runs up and like tackles him. I don't know why I thought.
Was it a bit? Or
It looked like a real wedding, but I'm like, no way. This is a real white trash wedding. Like,
would you have added anything like Dragon Ball or like My Hero or like Spies or anything like One Piece something to your wedding?
If I could have Shinron in my wedding, like officiating my wedding. So like Shenron time is like, will you take this wealthy wedded bride as your wife?
Just have Chris Sabat like marry you guys.
Oh, I would love Chris Sabat.
I have his number.
Do you think you could text him and it's like, hey, I'm gonna pay for your certification, take this class online, I'm gonna have you officiate my wedding. Do you think he would do it?
He would for the right price. I'm not joking.
Right price.
He would. I worked for him twice.
Those voice actors need money. Like the voice actors, not him, but like the everyday voice actors. They need more work. Not more work. They just need fair pay.
True, they're getting better. Speaking of, we're gonna kind of go into the anime portion here in a second, but I rewatched all of Konosuba. This is more of an anime part.
Should we just keep it for?
But it got me wanting to play a fantasy RPG. I was like, yo, like. If you're a video game fan, an RPG is like a role-playing game, and basically I wanted to play like a wizard meets a warlock meets a swordman meets an adventure. Anyway, so
maybe Elder Scrolls or Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. Maybe that one really hard one. What's it called? What's the really hard one with people? It's called like Death Souls.
Tears of Kirishima. Yeah, it's called
No, it's not called that.
Yes, it is.
No.
I don't know what it's called.
I know. You don't know what
it was called.
I think it's called Death Souls or Souls or
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls.
Death Souls.
Same thing. Death and Dark are the same.
Yeah.
Like same but different.
Yeah, we are not hardcore gamers anymore. I dabble.
I don't think so.
I play a lot of Pokemon back in December.
I think we just play a lot of Fortnite.
Yeah, I play about like 6 hours of Fortnite a week, which is a lot for a grown ass man.
No, yeah, I don't even think that's considered like gamers because I talk to a lot of people. It's like, oh, my boyfriend just games all the time. Dude. We don't game all the time. Like we game 6 hours a week.
My ex, I'm not gonna name her, but she would get so upset. Yeah, go for it.
Jeff.
Fuck you, Jeff. You know you did. She gets so mad whenever I played Fortnite, and like it'd be like, oh, like I just worked. I would work 2 jobs basically sometimes, and I come home and play Fortnite. And she gets so mad.
Does she get mad when she's there, or when?
No, she was never there.
Oh,
or when
when she get mad about. Like if she's currently not hanging out with you, and you're playing Fortnite, that's like your own free time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, and also like I would work 2 jobs.
Yeah. My wife doesn't care if I play video games because my brain could only focus on something for so long. Because like an hour, I mean, you play video games with me. I can't, like, I'm not one to go like rounds on rounds on rounds. I'm like, I play for like an hour. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
But you're a binger though.
Yeah, I think video games are a little bit different because like binging, I could just like turn off my brain and sit there.
So I can't binge and I can't play for like more than an hour-ish of video games. So I like periodically things dropping throughout the week.
Maybe you know what it is? Kind of video games, unless if it's like a story mode, but if it's like a normal multiplayer like Fortnite or like Battlefield or something like that, you're kind of rinsing and repeating the same tasks over and over.
Yeah.
Like you're dropping, you're finding loot, you're killing people, you die, you start it over, dropping, finding people.
You know what you don't have that me and Jeremy do have? There's a gene I think we have that like we get like a serotonin type of high when one we win or two when we get a kill.
I think I get that. It's just not as aggressive. Like you
Maybe.
guys fucking love it. You're like, chest bump, dick bump. Like you do all the bumps, but
tip
like,
to tip.
Exactly.
All the bumps.
I really don't think I have that. Because like when I win, I'm
and
like,
that's fine.
But I also don't have the aggression like when I lose. Like some people,
which is nice.
Yeah,
which
what's
is nice.
super nice because if I lose, it was like, well, I'm just bad at the game. I know that,
Bro.
Maybe if it
Dude.
was something I was passionate about, like if it was something I was passionate about, then I would get mad because like I put my heart and my soul into this.
I didn't come again.
I hate when that happens.
No.
It just goes limp now.
It just goes limp, and now like she's crying and I'm drinking, and it's a whole thing.
We should go over to our anime portion.
Wait, hold on. One last thing. Talking about like getting really mad at video games.
Yeah.
I was never bad, but with one game, I was really bad.
What game?
Dude, Super Smash Bros.
You're pretty bad at Smash Bros.
I got to a very unhealthy level. I got to the point where sometimes I get so focused on I will get so focused on Smash Bros. Sometimes online that like I wouldn't breathe for a whole minute, and my body would start convulsing, and my hand would start like contorting. I don't know if that's the word, but like start like contorting. My hand was contorting itself. Yeah. Dude, I had an indent.
Your arthritis was crippling in.
Dude, exactly. But then my thumb had a big ass indent in it.
Big ass thumb.
And then a few times, Brady, this is the most unhealthy thing that's happened to me, I think, in forever. Sometimes it wasn't enough to win. Sometimes I had to search this person's Switch username online, Reddit, Twitter, everything, and find them, and then continue to talk shit to them in their DMs.
What does your therapist think about this?
God told me to chill the F out.
That's really unhealthy, man. Because I remember, let me tell you guys a story really fast. I remember because you threw your Smash Bros away, and then you stole my Smash Bros.
Well, stole is a big, strong word.
I saw you scrummaging through my closet when I wasn't home.
I was like, I don't have a problem.
You have a problem. I don't have a problem. You're crazy.
No, but that did happen. I threw away my own copy because I was so addicted. Yeah. And then I stole my sister's copy because fuck her. Yeah. And I took her copy, and then I lost that one, and then I took your copy, and I currently like 5 months ago I threw that one away. I mean, I threw it away. I threw it in my room somewhere, so I can't find it.
Yeah, I was looking for it the other day.
Yeah,
I was like, it's nowhere to be found.
But there's one more Smash story. Okay. I'm sorry. I know we're over time, but
to our podcast.
There was one time when I was so into Smash Bros that I was playing online, and it was like a 3v3 like lives match, and I was down 2 lives, so like I was losing pretty bad.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, I ain't going out like no bitch. And so I started playing differently, changing up my strategy, and I started winning against this guy. And like, bro, dude, like my friend Aaron White was there.
Yeah.
Love Aaron White. Fuck you though, because you haven't returned any of my calls or text messages. But this is kind of like personal and gross. But like,
you made out.
But like winning and coming back, I got a boner. Like, I'm not joking. In mid fight, in mid battle, like during an online game, I was like, yes, I'm coming. Fuck you, I'm coming back. And dude, like Aaron was like, dude, you're getting a boner. I'm like, I know I'm getting a boner, and it's huge. Oh man, dude, but the W felt so good.
I don't think I want to talk about this anymore.
It happened, and it's out there for everyone. It literally happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it a good boner? I mean, is there bad boners?
Yeah, when you're like at a funeral.
Oh shit!
And you're like,
shit!
yo.
They open the casket. What are you doing down there?
Yo, this dude looking kind of thick.
Ryan, transition us.
No, take us to commercial break.
Anyway, we'll be back with our anime portion. Enjoy these commercial breaks.
Yes.
What's up, fuckers? I'm assuming you ain't never seen a Mexican Yoshi before. Well, check it out. We got Q with Mario. Dominica and Luigi.
Mamá huevo, mira mi plátano, papi. Making mofongo.
Do not mess with us Latinos.
Motherfucker! I'm illegal.
That's good.
And we're back from those amazing commercials. Thank you so much, Brady, for the amazing commercials.
What up, fucker? I bet you never seen a Mexican Yoshi before. Have you seen that?
No,
It's
Yahoo?
like it's a TikTok. It's like all these like Mexican people and the girl's dressed up as like a Yoshi. She's like, "Hey fucker, I
Oh, I
bet you
think
never
I've seen
seen
it,
a
yeah.
Mexican Yoshi
Yeah, I
or
think I
a
saw
Latina Mario. Orale! Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah.
Okay, sorry to get you off topic.
No, yeah, it's okay. I wasn't really on topic. In fact, maybe make that the commercial.
Orale, mijo.
I don't know what he's doing. But
Can we
Brady,
talk about anime?
Yeah, dude, I want to talk about anime because I have been watching an ungodly amount of anime recently.
You just rewatched all of Konosuba.
Yes.
You
Oh,
fucking
man.
love Konosuba.
Dude.
Why do we not have any like posters or anything?
I mean, I don't love it.
I love it.
I do love it, but I'm falling back in love with it basically.
It's a different type of love.
I watched it in 2020 and I loved it so much. This call this episode 2020 episode.
Literally.
But I rewatched it again. I watched the whole thing in like 3 days, and it's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny.
It's so good for no reason.
And if you haven't watched it yet, guys, go check it out. Konosuba is a fantasy adventure comedy with a lot of horniness.
A lot of sexual. You've been watching a lot of horniness recently.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, like outside
I
of
mean,
the
who hasn't? You know.
right?
Who hasn't?
Right.
You know, we're in 2020.
Max,
Max, my dog. My dog hasn't.
your
been-
son, is he okay? Is he outside?
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah. He's selling lemonade on the side of the street.
Selling his body on the side of the street.
Yeah.
Free pets.
Like all bitches.
So I watched all of Konosuba recently, and I did forget how funny it was. I can't wait to draw some of the characters. I don't like Megumi.
Megami is.
Explosion.
You don't like her.
No, she's fine. She's cute. The only thing is that like I don't like that she refuses to learn any other ability, and that
It is kind of annoying. Like that's her bit. Like her bit is like, oh, I only use this one explosion, what takes up all my energy, and like
she maxed out all her stats for it. I mean, it's incredibly powerful.
you didn't like that one. It was literally episode 3 or 4 where she just keeps on practicing on like the castle.
Yeah.
And then the demon comes. He's like, you motherfucker been blowing up that castle.
Yeah.
You don't like her. Do you like the other girl, the one who gets turned on from?
She's super funny.
She's super funny.
She's like, oh no, what are you gonna do to me? How dare you conjure up such a horrible torture? I bet you're gonna fuck me.
It's that one. It's literally episode 4 or 5 after the explosion castle one,
Yeah.
where she's like, "I'll take the brunt force of it," and everybody's like, "Wow, she's so strong." And Konosuba's like, "This horny ass motherfucker."
If only they knew you're actually liking this.
It's a good show.
Yeah,
Like, it's so
dude,
good.
I started watching it because I wanted to add more to my spring anime lineup, and one of the new shows that out right now is called an explosion in a different world, or explosion in a new world, and it's the Megumi spinoff.
But you don't even like Megami.
I don't,
Yeah.
but I
But you want to watch? Maybe she gets better because if it's her own spin-off thing, maybe they spend more time.
the English version of Konosuba is so freaking good that
I think English like anime is good when they're comedies. I mean,
Right.
action anime is good too when they're dubbed, but
dubbed well.
yeah, dubbed well. But like comedies are just super easy to be. It's just really good.
Because I think they give it more leeway to make it more funny towards like American audiences.
True. And I think in more like serious shonen like type of anime with human voice actors, they're kind of like one note, one tone. When like comedy animes in English,
more room to
there's more room, and like
creative.
even if it's a bad take, they might take it because it's a funny take.
Right.
When like more serious is like you have to do the right take where it has to be like this level of seriousness.
Yeah.
So I don't know why that is.
Last podcast I think I talked about was I talked about More Than Married but Less Than Lovers, and that was also a rom-com, a comedy romance, pretty horny too. But that one they had a lot of fun with the dub. A lot of funny like sexual bits, a lot of funny like video game bits. That one was also, if you like Konosuba, dude, like that's gonna be scratch your itch too for like some of that funny.
You've been telling me to watch it, and I think I'm gonna give it a go this week. So what's really cool, I don't know how far I'm gonna get into it, but I'm definitely gonna try to give it a go this week because I love like romantic comedies in anime, and like I love that type of shit. So
It's,
I think for me it was just a little too sexual.
The clips I sent you were funny sexual, but
Yeah.
what was that one called that you're calling? You told me to watch. It was like Oni-chan's is a girl.
Yeah, Tomi-chan's not a girl.
Tomi-chan is a girl.
Oh, Tomi-chan is a girl. Yeah.
So I think it's like that, but better, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like Tomi-chan is a girl. It feels a little bit dry.
It's very dry. It's very. I think there's a lot of room for improvement with that one.
But More Than Married is better, and there's more to enjoy in that one. I'm not joking. Like I watched both to completion. I like More Than Married better, and then Konosuba obviously is like on top of all of those.
Yeah.
Good news, Konosuba season 3 comes out this year.
That's gonna hit. It's just so funny.
Yeah,
it's just like you can't.
It's really funny.
I think it's holding. Besides, like, you ever watch Gintama at all?
No, I didn't.
Gintama's like the king of comedies. He's like the king of making fun of like anime as the culture.
But
It's really good.
there's an anime about like quintuplets, and it's not the harem one. It's the
I was like, what other anime has quintuplets besides what's it called? Quintuplets
the
lovers.
quintessential quintuplets.
There we go.
But there's another show. I forgot. I'm so dumb. But it's like a comedy about quintuplets, and they make fun of everything. The first episode, it was a Demon Slayer ripoff, and he called it like breast breathing, and then he dressed up as Tanjiro, and he was fighting a monster.
I do love that. That's funny. That's why actually maybe I'll catch the name of that because like that actually seems really fun because that's why I like Gintama because it just makes fun of everything popular right now in anime.
Yeah.
Like there's this one episode where they have a whole shonen anime battle and they go through like all the different stupid anime tropes and stuff like that.
And I love how they explain filler episodes too.
Oh, I love it because they'll just say, "Yeah, we ran out of money, so we're doing a school episode." I love it. It's like the Deadpool of like anime. What's super awesome.
Exactly. So I'm definitely finding a new love for comedy anime, especially when they're like in English dub, because like I really enjoy. I mean, I love anime, but I also enjoy just kind of listening to it sometimes.
Yeah.
And drawing or whatever, or working on a video. But yeah, those are I really enjoyed it. I'm excited for an explosion in a new world. I think that's what it's called. Excited for Konosuba season 3.
Yeah, that's super awesome.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you. A little food for thoughts.
Feed me.
I'm feeding you. So you know My Hero. I know My Hero. I feel like we talk about a lot of My Hero. There's a My Hero poster right there. What My Hero character doesn't deserve a spinoff?
Does not deserve a spinoff?
It's just some
Like,
stupid
most
My
of
Hero.
them.
But in your top,
the least deserving.
the least deserving, because I'll tell you mine.
From her look to her ability to her stupid name.
Oh, you better not say it.
You know
No,
what I'm about
don't
to
say it.
say.
Don't say it.
I don't even know how to say her name. Ochaku?
Oh, okay. I think she's not
Yuraka?
bad. I thought you were gonna say Froppy.
Froppy deserves everything.
Yeah,
she has
Froppy's great. I thought you were like everything you were saying. Like
She has her own OVA.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought it was cool.
she's great. No, Froppy's great. Uchaka, you really don't like her.
I don't know. Like I think Deku can do better.
Why don't you like her?
I think
she's sweet.
I think her face, her ability, her
ability's lit.
her-
Like
I think I hate her name the most.
Urachaka.
I don't even know how to say it.
It's Urachaka.
Orichako.
Urachaka.
Chocolate milk.
I could be pronouncing it wrong, honestly.
think you
don't
are.
know. But her power's great. Remember during the school festival when she was up against Bakugo and she looked like she was she was getting her ass kicked. But she fucking like was, while he was blowing up all the rocks and stuff, she was like using all the rocks and then she did like a meteor shower. Like you can't say that wasn't cool.
It was kind of cool. But, okay, so how about this? I always say this, but it'd be so cool if like she can reverse gravity too. Like if she touches you,
Maybe
and
later
she's
on?
like,
Well,
she's
it's
like,
basically the
she's
end of
like
the series.
10 times gravity, and you just say smush down.
That would be really cool.
Or,
There's
like-
a couple One Piece characters who has that ability,
Right.
and it's so overpowered.
Okay, also like to the Bakugo thing, it'd be better if like she touched Bakugo and he couldn't help but float around, and maybe she throws it out of the arena and then he like gets eliminated.
No, but because he could have done that, or she could have done that, but Bakugo would have just shot himself back out
I guess
with
that's
his
true.
explosion.
No, she could also like release him and he would have just fallen.
But I think at that point he was able to
Maybe.
use his
Yeah, maybe.
his jet compression.
That was a bad matchup for her for sure.
Oh no, she was not winning that. I would even say like who else got to the finals? It was the Shadow guy.
Todoroki, Fumikage, the Shadow guy, Fumikage.
She wasn't winning any of those. Maybe Fumikage.
That's true.
Maybe, but I don't think
Bakugo definitely said like I wasn't going easy on her.
Yeah, true. That's crazy. Are you kind of scared how it's gonna wrap up? Because being like
I'm more scared for the author.
for the author.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of health breaks, and he's like only 100 pounds. Like that's
fuck.
really small for a mangaka or
mean-
even a person.
That would suck if like it gets worse and he can't finish when that literally.
It's one of their. It might be next to One Piece. It's one of their best selling like product or IPs.
It's,
Properties.
It's good because like nowadays I feel like a bunch of big anime is kind of like more serious, mature horror animes are coming out more recently, like JJK, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, more like
Seinen?
more seinen type of vibes. But My Hero is My Hero is one of the more friendlier ones, and that's probably why it does so good because it like attracts all type of audiences.
Kaiju number 8 is also a little on the darker side.
Yeah, so a lot of these darker, like, and that's what people wanted. People been asking for more darker and serious animes for a while. But, like, One Piece just has a legacy, so it's kind of hard. But it's more in the light tone kind of environment. Same with, like, My Hero. I mean, there is, like, darker tones with it.
If the author Koei Horikoshi, if he was like perfect health, the way that I think am I afraid of the way it's gonna wrap up? No, I'm not afraid. Even if he butchers, in my opinion, even if he butchers the ending, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd still be hype. I think I'd still be a dick rider. Not gonna lie. Like just kind of like a fist pumper for Horikoshi.
He's pretty good. He's the best artist out there.
In my opinion, yeah.
Period.
But like, there's so much content I'm looking forward to regarding the next war that like even if he messes up the ending, I'm okay with it. Like I'm excited for Stars and Stripe. I'm excited for All for One versus All Might. I'm excited for Shigaraki versus Deku.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for like so many things that like yeah, fuck it up. Todoroki versus Dabi. Dude, Dabi goes crazy.
I saw leaks of that, or not leaks, but I just saw like panel clippings from it.
Also, Endeavor loses an arm.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
Damn, I need to catch up.
I
I just been watching like the anime, but like the manga pops off.
And yeah, Dabi he loses both his legs because he just burns them off, and they're just like skeletons basically, and he's just shooting out fire from his body and like just trying to like fly around.
Did you see the spoiler about Dabi? Or like what else he could do? I don't wanna
The
spoil it.
phosphor ability?
Phosphor. I don't know. I don't read the manga. I just saw something like.
Just tell me.
I don't
I'm
want to
not ready
spoil
to
it.
know. Did it come out this week?
I saw it like this week or last week, but I don't know.
He copies Todoroki's phosphor ability where he like is able to like equally disperse his body heat.
Okay, this might be a spoiler, or maybe you already know. Is it okay if I say it?
Just say it.
Okay, I saw a clipping.
Wait.
I don't want.
Did it happen this week?
I think. Oh, I can't remember. I was on Twitter early this week, and
Don't tell me.
okay, fuck. I want to tell you.
All right, spoil it, everyone. Good, just spoil alert.
I could be wrong.
Okay, just say it out loud. Just say it out loud.
That Dabi has ice powers, kind of the same as Todoroki, so he ended up being the perfect child for Endeavor.
It never showed him to have ice abilities.
Well, that's what they. So I might have
Dude,
just spoiled it for you. Is that crazy? I mean, it could be wrong.
What do you mean it could be wrong?
I don't know. I just saw like 2 or 3 Twitter posts.
What do you mean it could be wrong?
I saw.
What
Like,
if I told you what the One Piece was right now and I was correct?
you told me not. Well, okay. No one knows what the One Piece is.
Oh yeah, it's like a piece of fucking gold or something. It's like a chalice. It's gonna be something really stupid like,
No, it's not.
hey, I owe you one or something like that, or like a fortune cookie saying like, oh, your uncle's gonna molest you.
Okay, what happened if I just say I made that Dabi thing up?
I mean, that would make more sense if you said you made it up because like I don't think it's ever showed that like. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Of
What if it blooms late?
Really late. He's like 27.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just saw 2 clippings, and I saw someone reporting it as like, oh my gosh, she was the perfect child for Endeavor. And even though like Endeavor,
It doesn't
like,
make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it had to be so dormant.
should we look it up later?
You upset me.
I told you I wasn't gonna say it. Then you were like, fuck it, let's just say it.
Watch it be like a fan theory, and I got all worked up over nothing.
It could be a fan theory. I don't know. I don't watch it.
Dude, pivoting hard from that, bro. I've been keeping up with all the spring anime.
Mm-hmm.
I've been keeping all the spring anime.
Even my Home Hero.
No, I dropped that
No,
episode
fuck
2.
that. Fuck that show.
It's
Sorry
all
to
really
those
good.
diehard fans, but fuck that show. Go on.
Honestly, probably just read it. I feel like the first episode clammed like 20 chapters into one episode.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Probably just read it.
Plus, the animation didn't really help out with it.
You're really roasting it now, even though you're kind of like not that. You're kind of nice to it. Not that long
I almost
ago.
fell asleep to it. I was trying. You know what's funny? So me and Ryan, we watched a couple of the spring animes a couple weeks back when a bunch of them first dropped, and we were both watching it. And I was almost falling asleep to it. I was like, I can't fucking fall asleep to it because then Ryan's gonna like fucking say
Light
something.
you up.
You fell asleep to it.
Oh, I did.
You did fall asleep to it. I was trying to stay awake because I didn't want you to see me falling asleep.
So I've been keeping up with a lot of the spring anime, probably like 5 or 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
My top 3. You ready? My top 3.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oshinoko,
Okay, obviously.
obviously.
Bro,
the
you don't
opening,
get number 1 on my anime list. Well, it's not number 1, but it's getting
It's up
there.
there. For
It's
sure.
getting up there.
The opening and ending theme song have both surpassed 5 million views.
I mean, fucking being a show about a pop star, the fucking music better be great.
It's not really about a pop star. Trust me. And so episode 3 just dropped, and the story's moving along pretty nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited for where it's going. The main character is like, dude, honestly, he's kind of like an L/Aaron type.
For real.
Aaron Yeager / like L from
Like he's
Light.
He's just like he's like a little sadistic, or he's just really smart.
He's extremely smart, and he's also like using a lot of people.
Oh no!
But it's awesome.
Isn't he 14 right now?
He's 14 right now.
But he has a mind of like a 30-something.
Yeah, he
40-year-old.
he remembers his past, which he was a doctor.
Yeah, so he's actually very smart.
So he's incredibly smart. And then my second pick after that would be Hell's Kitchen. Oh, sorry, Hell's Paradise
Really, over the other one,
over
Heavenly Delusion.
Yeah.
And it's Heavenly Delusion.
No, actually, no, I lied. I'm gonna go Heavenly Delusion and then Hell's Paradise.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, "There's no way. There's absolutely no way."
The twist, my guy. The twist in Heavenly's Delusions is episode 3 and 4 blew me out of the water, and I'm excited for episode 5.
Should we do a little spoiler alert and we talk about it?
No, I don't want to spoil you.
Okay.
Have you watched it?
Nope, I haven't. I watched the first episode. Been really busy with life.
Yeah,
But we can do a little spoiler. I mean, I spoiled all of My Hero in One Piece.
Sure.
The One Piece is real.
It's not.
It is real.
One Piece is a lie.
It's just a button.
Just like love is.
It's a button.
It's gonna be a button if we go back in time. Watch the Pirate King actually just hit a button to be reincarnated as Luffy, and now he's just Luffy, and now he's repeating the whole story over again.
That happened before, where like the villain kind of sat, not in One Piece, but that's like a common story trope, where the villain kind of purposely planned for the heroes to get to the end, and they just kind of use the heroes or whatever, something like that. I don't know what that's.
Remember? Do you ever see Lightyear?
Lightyear? Yeah, I like Lightyear.
Yeah, the bad guy was fucking Buzz
Lightyear. A lot of people thought it was his dad.
Kind of weird, huh?
Yeah.
Wasn't say.
There's a lot more potential.
There was a show I watched a while ago called Knights of Sidonia, and basically the main character's grandfather was him. And so he was like the most elite pilot on the ship, and so he's like, we can't lose our best pilot, and so they clone him, and then the older version of the pilot raises him, and then you find out later that like who raised him was actually just an old version of him, and he's the clone.
Oh, for real?
Anyway, that's another story.
Yeah.
But Heavenly Delusion, if you haven't watched this one yet, it drops you like into like a crazy world and a crazy story that you don't know what the fuck's going on.
You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they create more.
No, because I've watched episode 1. I haven't watched anything after that. But episode 1, you don't got a fucking clue what's going on.
Exactly.
You see a half-naked teenage girl. You see like a monster, and then you see like a prison kindergartner camp.
And where I'm at right now in the story, episode 4, a good portion of it has been answered, but also a good portion of it has not been answered.
Okay.
But episode 2 was good. So apparently people turn into monsters, and so the innkeeper goes and visits a monster every night. But it was her son at one point, so the kids go follow her out to go see what's going on with the son and the mom, and she's like, "No, please don't kill him. He's still alive in there." And then like the monster ends up killing the mom because he's actually just a monster or whatever.
Yeah.
And
like lose all humanity.
They end up finding like a version of heaven, but it's more like just like a safe haven, like a farm.
Oh, for real.
And so they end up leaving that place again. And then at the end of episode 2, the boy confesses his love for the girl he's traveling with.
Oh, I don't want them to do that.
But she's like, I'll tell you this part and I won't say anything else. And she's like, you can't be in love with me. I'm a guy.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
But you've seen her body though, right?
Yeah, she's a girl.
Woman. You just gotta watch.
No way. Did they explain that, or did
yes
it?
And no. They explain it and then they add more questions. But
No
but I'm
way.
telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's really good. And there's some crazy reveals about that futuristic like safe haven where the kids are at. There's some cool reveals for there too.
No fucking way. That's crazy. So maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, my theory brain is going.
But you saw her body though, right?
Yeah.
It's clearly a woman.
But it has a lot of damage to it. So maybe like she was starting to turn into a monster, and like there was something what kind of reversed it.
Welcome to Film Theory.
I mean, it definitely could be it. Like if she was a guy, but now she's a girl. Maybe she was turning into a monster. And
Dude, I'm telling you. That's my number 2 pick.
wait, hear me out.
I'm listening.
Theory.
Okay. Anime
So,
theory?
We know.
We should start that.
Anime
theory.
We know one of the guys, the mother's son, right? It's the mother's son who turned into a monster. Mm-hmm. What happened if like that infection, the monster, whatever gene or infection, maybe only works on guys? Mm-hmm. So when she was starting to like become a monster, she took this antidote, what made him a guy.
Sure. Yeah. I mean that would have been.
Or made her a girl. Cool. My bad.
That would have been kind of cool, but
like it only affects guys, so maybe you only see women.
You know the answer's already not that.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I mean I watched episode 3 and 4.
Oh, okay.
That was what I told you.
I didn't know.
Was at the end of episode 2, and then episode 3 is like her backstory.
Ah,
and
okay.
episode 4 is like some other stuff.
I just need to watch it.
Yeah.
Was my theory close?
No.
Oh.
In fact, it's very, very horrible what happened. Like her backstory is like pretty crazy. It was so crazy. At the end of the episode, I had to go tell my coworker about it. I was like, I just watched something crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
so good.
And then my number 3 pick, Hell's Paradise.
Hell's.
I'm watching like 4, I think a total like 6 or 7 anime right now.
That's crazy. That's a crazy amount.
Well, it's only one episode a week for each one.
Yeah.
I'm watching them weekly, not binging.
I mean, it's good. We host like an anime podcast, so
it is great.
It's very great.
So
I'm
Hell's
actually doing
Paradise,
terrible at my job for not watching anime.
You are, yeah. But that's why I'm here. We can even watch them after this. I'm down to rewatch some of Oshinoko or even Hell's Heavenly, whichever one. Any of these 3.
It's crazy that there's one called Heavenly Delusion. There's one called Hell's Paradise.
Yeah, it
like
kind
opposites?
of being stupid like we are sometimes. It messes me up.
What do you mean being stupid? We're not stupid.
Yeah, I'm always like, oh yeah, it's called Hell's Delusion and Heavenly Paradise. Yeah, so Hell's Paradise has been really good as well, and it's moving kind of fast too, which I like because there's a lot of characters to get through. Mm-hmm. So episode 2, they just kind of thinned the herd. They were gonna send 100 inmates and 100 samurais to watch the inmates to like hell, basically, to get this like elixir for the king. And then the king's like, you know what? There's too many of you guys. Kill each other, and then the top 10 standing we'll send you guys. Yeah. And so like obviously the main character is like so powerful and so OP, he doesn't do anything. Right.
Oh, yeah. He's just so cool.
He's too cool.
He's a white-haired guy.
Dude, any white hair character, you know they're living long.
I don't think I know a white hair character who's not cool
Or dies.
or dies. Well, yeah, I don't.
Kaneki lived. Killua is still alive. Gabimaru is still alive, to my knowledge, in the anime.
Kakashi.
Kakashi's still alive.
He's kicking around well. He's old, but he's kicking.
Who
else?
Anyone in One Piece die? White hair?
White beard. No, he didn't want to have white hair. He had blonde hair. He had a white mustache, though. What pisses me off because his name's White Beard, but he never had a beard. He only has a mustache.
That's that Oda writing for you. So good.
It is good.
No, I'm just kidding. I can't think of any of the white hair characters who have died.
Any Demon Slayer white hair character who died? No.
They're good guys?
Yeah.
No, Tengen lives.
He does live, which is crazy. That motherfucker should have died. I don't know why. I mean, I wouldn't want either of them to die, but how did Rengoku die? But
Rengoku is apparently the weakest of all the Hashiras.
What's crazy. But yeah, he was one of the most kind-hearted ones.
He's the
That's
one.
our guy.
He's the one that should have lived.
That's our guy.
He
right
was
there.
the newest Hashira too. Like he was the newest addition.
Yeah, I love that arc, that whole arc, and then the backstory when they went to his family and his dad's like a cuck.
It was sad, dude. It was sad. The dad was like, I don't give a fuck. He was whatever to me, and then he actually started crying later.
That's such a good like parallel for like real life because sometimes your family has a different view of like what your friends have of you.
Bro, so like earlier this podcast, I was saying that I've been like really depressed this week. I've noticed that I get mad whenever my pastor talks about like how much he loves his kids. I'm like, ugh, why didn't my dad ever say that about me? That's a whole other ball game.
Yeah.
But we're here now. But real quick about Hell's Paradise. It's a fantastic series. It's my top 3 pick for this spring season. It has a ton of action and it moves fast, and the characters are really interesting. I find myself really enjoying the side characters because there's so many of them. There's I think I want to say 10. I want to say 6 or 7 remaining criminals who went to this paradise.
Yeah.
This hell, and
It's Hell's Paradise.
we'll spend the most of our lives living in a gangster's Hell's Paradise.
That's from Sonic and the Green Hornet and
Sonic wrote that song.
really.
Yeah.
It was also in Green Hornet. It was also in the other movie. It's in a lot of movies.
It's in a lot of movies, yeah.
Oh wait, go on. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I like it a lot. That's it. The side characters are really great. I don't know how the pacing's going 'cause I didn't read the manga, but it seems pretty fast.
It's finding that good level of like fast pace, but not like super fast pace.
And they got to the island already, and there are some really unique looking monsters, like really cool looking shit, and they're trying to figure out like where the fuck are we? And some of them have tried leaving the island, and then the water and the mist brings them back.
I love it when like when anime and manga takes time to like breathe in the environment, and you could kind of see like, oh, this is what this environment's all about, and like you could actually kind of like learn more about the atmosphere and the land and the environment and stuff like that. Like actually lets it breathe because there's some anime where it's just like boom, 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 boom. You were here, now you're here, now you're there, now
Like
you're there.
Hometown Hero.
Yeah, Hometown Hero.
Moves
It's like
too fast.
It doesn't let you breathe. It doesn't let you breathe because it's both for like I want to learn more about the characters. I also want to learn more about like the environment and like the world and like building up the world. What was that one anime? The fighting anime. What went like? Was it Tower?
Oh my gosh, God of High School.
It was God.
After episode 4, it was like bam, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, it was like bam, bam, bam. It was episode 4 where it's like, okay, it was like there's a little tournament, stuff is building up, people, and fucking random ass wedding, and then after the wedding, it was like
So fast.
God of Destruction, fucking machines,
And at
fucking
the
everything.
end of episode 12, he's like, I am the ever omniscient God who created the world.
Yeah, now he's like some Wukong now, and it was just like
Yeah.
it was good, but I would love to like learn more about like the world.
Was it good?
It was.
It looked great. It was gorgeous
fun.
to look at.
It was fun. I think.
Right.
It was really fun, and if you turn off your brain, it's like, hey, that's funny.
Was it cohesive? No. Was it fun to look at? Yeah.
I think the characters' designs were really fun.
God of High School was like the Blue Man Group. It's awesome to look at, but can you keep up with the story? Is
the
there
music.
a story?
Like not the story, but the kind of, if you compare it, it's like yeah, the Blue Man group looks great, but is their music something you're gonna stream like every single day?
Oh, is their music group? I thought they just looked cool. and they did funny stuff on stage.
fucking-
I'm not joking. I've never
You don't
seen
know the Blue Man Group? Everybody knows the Blue Man Group.
the Gloop.
Everybody knows the Blue Man Group. Everybody grew up with the Blue Man Group.
I'm pretty sure they changed out some of the members from time to time.
You can't tell. They all look the same.
It's true.
Yeah, they play music with like random objects.
Oh, you're saying so all blue people look the same?
Yes.
Are you saying that to our blue audience? Oh, what? So like those people, they all look the same? Fuck you, dude. I stand with my blue people group.
I'm gonna wrap up this episode.
Do you think all Avatar people look the same?
No,
do
they don't.
do they all airbend and have tails? Go ahead, Brady. Tell our audience how fucking racist you are.
I think Avatar kind of dropped. It didn't do us hot.
Way of the Water?
Yeah.
It had to reach like a certain point to break even, and it was a really high point.
Yeah,
Forgot
because
what it was,
it's a
though.
fucking ton of money, and there's 2 more movies coming after it.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Did you ever watch Alita Battle Angel? We're
Yeah.
gonna wrap up in a minute.
Yeah.
Did
yeah.
you like it by chance?
I like it.
I liked it so much that I picked up the manga and I bought it. I bought a few of
You've
them.
been telling me about that.
Yeah, so I got into an Alita Battle Angel like a couple weeks where I just was really into that.
Yeah, I like your character design.
I like it too. But get this. I read an article last night that the movie 2 isn't underway. It's been like 4 years. And the movie
That's
2,
kind of cool. No, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, and at the end of movie 1, she was a badass.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Movie 2, she's gonna be even more of a badass.
And get this, they said they were going to implement some of the technology and CGI and programs used in Avatar: Way of the Water into the new movie.
No way. So it's
For
gonna look
Alita.
really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think the last one looked bad.
I
There's
thought
that-
she looked a little bit wonky.
But she's supposed to be like a robotic type of humanoid creature. Like her eyes are supposed to be big because she's like a robotic
I
humanoid.
would say if you're going to do CGI on the eyes, do it like a little bit differently, or just do her regular face. I'm sure she looks fine.
It was very like, it looked like someone was trying to translate anime into
real
real life. When I think you have to make some adjustments to it. Because the anime eyes, they were just like, okay, here's realistic anime eyes. They didn't like make the adjustments of like, oh, this might look a little different.
Also, it was an 80s manga, so like the eyes were much bigger back then.
Yeah, true.
Like Sailor Moon big, Dragon Ball big. Eyes were just like
Clannad big.
Ugh.
You know Clannad. It's just like
Love
fucking
Clannad.
eyes, ears, and the mouth. That's all it is.
Love Clannad. I wasn't say is that also like what threw me off about her character design in the
Mm-hmm.
movie, the live action, like, and this isn't like a I'm not dissing on people who have this, but I think her lips were like CGI to be even thinner and smaller than they actually are,
It could have been.
and I was like, ugh, it's just that
Maybe the eyes were too aggressive. It made everything else look off-putting.
I guess
It could be
her,
that.
her whole body just seemed a little bit off, but then like when she got into her new armor, she looked more proportioned.
Okay.
Because her body was like that of like a
I think that
younger
I
person?
think that goes with character designs. If like as soon as one thing's off-putting about the design, then everything else is gonna kind
Do
of
you
follow that.
think that's a little bit as to why not more people have picked up One Piece is the proportions?
Yeah, I don't think it's so much of that. It's so much of how big and like gigantic it
I think
is.
there's a few things for me. I think
Yeah.
definitely the character
You
designs
think
have
the
thrown me
character
off.
designs?
Yes, Brady. Big Mama.
But that's not like the main characters. All the main characters look great. They all look great. They're just a little bit wonky. Like you follow a fucking skeleton, a raccoon, and an android. I will say I didn't like Frankie's redesign for a while, but after kept on like being a fan and watching it, his new design. It's been longer than his old design. But
Aside from Kaido's daughter, what's her name?
Yamato.
Aside from Yamato, I feel like all the women look the same.
So people say that because they only want to pick out the 7 women. There's over 400 different girls in One Piece, but they only want to notice.
Okay, the ones that have screen time. Yeah, the ones that have screen time.
They do
all-
have screen time. How do you know what characters have screen time when you don't even watch it?
Whatever
you just
I see
watch-
on my timeline,
Yeah, that's because that's
Whatever I
people picking them out.
they're fans. Fans are picking them out, Brady. I'm
Not
not
fans, it's
following
just-
only One Piece haters. I'm okay. If you can't accept,
Okay, then why does Yamato, Big Mom, and Nami all look different?
because one's a villain and the other 2 are in the crew. Oh, and Yamato that came way later. What I'm trying to say is
And
that
she's a guy.
I'm trying to say. Okay, sorry. It came out much later. Yami and Nico
Yami?
Robbie.
Yami?
Yeah, Yami and Nico Robbie, whatever her fucking name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect Nico Robin. She'll snap your
Look,
balls.
look.
That's her go-to move. She goes like this and she snaps guys' balls.
Wow, so cool. Whatever.
You want your balls snapped? You want your balls snapped.
Look. Ew, no. I don't mind pointing out the flaws in my hero. I'll be honest. Like sometimes there's too many characters, and Orochiro, fuck her. Like she is like the
I don't think
dumbest
she's
character.
that bad. I don't think she's that bad.
I don't know what it is. What I'm trying to say is that I can point out flaws about my own favorite series.
Yeah.
You should be able to too. Like
I'll point out flaws.
I
I've pointed out flaws about One
They
Piece
have no
before.
rib cages and their titties are huge.
You just got to pick out different ones. You can't just compare two who kind of look the same. You got to pick out different ones.
I don't think I've ever seen another One Piece female character.
Because you don't watch the show or read the manga.
I think he's gotten better at character designing, but I don't think he's always been good at it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's a couple characters who look kind of like weird. Like in the Big Mom arc, like she has these calls. She creates these things called like friends or something like that, and they're basically she puts souls in these anime objects, and they look fucking weird. So like some designs look weird, but I feel like that's just the style, you know.
Sure.
Like how Chainsaw Man, the style is a little bit more
my
gruesome.
point behind all of this. I really.
Oh,
did.
you think all the girls look the same?
No, it was even before that too. No, you said something about like what keeps people from watching One Piece.
Oh yeah. I think because it's just so long.
That's maybe the main reason.
Yeah.
Plus, you like My Hero too. Look at your mic.
Who said I didn't like My Hero? I'm defending Orichaka.
Oh, okay.
If anything, you sound like you don't like My Hero.
I don't. There's like one waifu in My Hero, and she sucks.
Froppy?
No, I like a.
Wait, what? One?
I like Bunny Girl. What's
You
her
think
name?
there's only one waifu in My Hero? They're filled.
It's like 5, maybe.
Mount Lady, Froppy, or Chaka.
I'm so dumb. What's the bunny hero's name? I forgot.
Search with the M. Mirko.
Mirko.
That's her name.
I'm just sad 'cause
Lemillion is a mommy.
Yeah. Yep. His big, huge man titties.
Oh, All Might's sensei. The girl. What's her name?
Oh, Nana. Hiroshima or something like that.
She's a mommy. Shigaraki's mom. Waifu, 100%. I think you see like two panels of her.
I love Mirko. The only thing I don't like about her is that like at the end of the manga, she's gonna have no limbs. I think right now she's down to one limb.
Yeah, I think she's dying.
How are you gonna be a rabbit with one arm and like some ears?
I was gonna say we could do it for the next podcast.
Yeah, we can do it for the next podcast.
Yeah, let's just wrap up.
Let's just wrap up. Is there any last words you want to say to our lovely audience of snack lovers?
I keep on thinking the camera's right here.
That's my camera.
Yeah, there's not even a camera over there. What was I gonna say?
You're gonna say, listen, snack lovers, and then you're gonna say something really profound and beautiful.
Oh, listen, snack lovers. Don't get boners at funerals, Ryan.
Or while your friends are in the room, because that's weird.
Ryan, what's in your pocket?
A boner.
No, great.
Sorry, you're wearing short shorts today.
Anyway, thanks for watching the Snack Run podcast. We never know how to end these things. So
We really don't. Ooh woo.
we're just gonna end it.
Bye.